From the mountains to the streets, lakes to the beaches, Fuel TV's weekly update with Boost Mobile gives you all the news in the action sports world. Hi again, I'm Brent Ringenbaugh. We begin with the loss of one of the brightest stars in action sports. On February 9th, FMX rider Jeremy Lusk died from severe head injuries sustained during a crash at the X-Nights Costa Rica competition. He passed away in the hospital in Costa Rica with his wife Lauren, his parents, in-laws, and Metal Militia teammates at his bedside. He was 24 years old and at the peak of his career. Lusk was known as the Pitbull, but once you got to know him, the tough exterior gave way to a lighthearted side you might not expect. To honor his memory, here's a look at what made Jeremy so unique on his bike and off.
Ready? All right, calm down. I stared at them probably about for a week after I won them, so. But they're pretty shiny, gleaming. I'm gonna get some ice put around them.
Born and raised in Southern California, Lusk started riding when he was just 3 years old. He went from high school straight into a construction job and enjoyed free riding in his spare time. But his skills on the bike would soon get noticed by the industry. He started riding full-time and turned pro at 19. He joined the Metal Militia in 2006 and quickly rose through the ranks of freestyle motocross. Last year was his competitive best, with a run of podium finishes, including gold and silver medals at X Games 14.
In his short, 24 years, I can truly say that he lived a life of 10 men. He traveled the world, he won medals, he went to the top of the sport.
I'm just glad I got to share the times that I did and just have so many memories, and it's cool I got to see him go from being this dude who was trying to get into the finals to 2 years later being the most consistent dude on the circuit and being the X Game winner and being the Rider of the Year. It's like he came through and just steamrolled right through the industry.
This guy worked hard day in and day out. He was never deterred by a crash or an injury. Really achieved some goals that the average person would never ever be able to imagine.
All around good guy. A lot of you guys just see the bad boy image that he was, but really once you get to know him, he's pretty soft and a loving guy and definitely a funny guy. He was definitely a guy that makes everyone laugh.
Nobody could ever replace that dude's personality. His ass was just so funny. I know a lot of people just see him as the gnarly, hardcore, badass dude, but under all that badass dude, he's got one of the best sense of humor that I know. The dude is so funny. He's just always just trying to make people happy.
He got married and was solid, and his chick loved him, and they had the perfect relationship, and I think that fell off on me and everyone else, and it just set a good standard.
I did ask myself why did all this happen? God put this thing on my heart. There's a verse in Proverbs 3:5. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own understanding." And that's the only thing that I can get through each day. I just go, I'm not gonna know why, no one is. It's but God knows why, and in His view and big picture, this is the way it was, and we just got to accept that and keep moving forward.
It's hard. It's a hard thing to do, and to say bye to one of your best friends. And I just feel like I'm in a bad dream, and I'm gonna wake up next week and we're gonna go riding or go out in the hills and just hit it, And definitely, it ain't like we lost him for now, but we're gonna see him again, so it's all good.
I feel pretty blessed, and I just feel like all the hard work that I've done is pretty much paid off. Wanted to come into this and either go do it all the way or just not do it at all, and so I'm pretty pumped that I kept my goal to myself and did that.